Hello, my name is Helmut Flash, and if you're a dentist or for that much any other doctor, then you're watching an advertising video, a sales video. Yes, I do try to sell you something, which basically happens to be a 1 hour, little bit more than a 1 hour appointment to speak to us about improving your business. By that, we mean more new patients, more profit, more sales, more referrals, the type of things which are very important. Um, our program is called UnAdvertsing, and basically the basic thing is to attract lots of new patients, or at least way more than you have now, attract it without only doing advertising. I'm not saying no advertising, and even any goodwill message, which is an advertising all about. You can maybe also call it public relation. You can maybe also call it uh, uh, storytelling, whatever it might be. Any of that stuff still must be promoted. Look, ladies and gentlemen, doctors, there's such a thing like a new patient store. So imagine, like we used to go and buy candy, or patients go and buy dentistry or podiatry or liposuction, whatever it is they go and buy. They go somewhere to buy. They know where to go, and then they buy it. There's not much question about it. A little bit where they go, but that's what it has to be. So the truth of the matter is, and this is not a secret. If it is a secret, then it is the best kept secret right in open air. There is such a thing like a new patient store, a new client store. All right. And those stores actually are called, in one way or another way, marketing stores. YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, email, all of those type of things. Now, those stores themselves do sell those things, not really. They just communicate with your people who want to buy. And to know how to communicate with them via those channels is relatively not super easy, but it's also not super difficult. And in the end, very many people do it, which is why there is hundreds, if not thousands, of, so to say, agencies, consultant marketing agencies out there in the last, I would say 15, 20 years, which, so to say that they can help with new patients and etc. And I'm not saying they cannot. What I am, however, saying that most of them cannot. The point is this: if the message, the story, doesn't match what you want, if that message is off just by a little bit, then, as we say in the German language, knapp daneben ist auch daneben. Basically, if you miss it by an inch, it's still missed. You know what I'm saying? And most people don't realize that. So this is what we're taking care of. Okay? If you do both of them together, you have a new patient store. And this wouldn't be a good advertising message if I wouldn't also kind of like tell you that besides of literally a guaranteed way of getting you new patients, by guaranteed meaning whatever you and me agree on goal will be materialized for the money you will have to pay. The money you will have to pay will not be in the hundreds. It will be in the thousands. So it will be in the thousands every month. Period. End of discussion. However, does it really matter how much you spend if money comes back? And again, no, actually the money doesn't come back right away either. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months before things start to kick in is a rather normal thing with those advertising stores, with those new patient stores. And one of the big mistakes many people, not just dentists and doctors, but many other business people make is they expect too much too fast for too little. And that misconception keeps them stopping from going further. Should I compare it with you get married and things get a little rough? Well, maybe not for everybody, did for me and my wife. It wasn't the easiest couple of years. You know, I remember one time saying, if we one time don't fight for about 60 minutes, that would be a great day. That was 36 years ago. Now, and not because we got tired of each other or something, we don't talk anymore. We talk like, we just talk. The point is, if you don't make it to a certain time, it doesn't work. You know, if a patient comes in and says, I want a root canal and do it in 15 minutes, so I don't do it, well, then you don't do it because it's not working like that. And because of the digital age, too much is promised of like right away. The ad goes out right away. You see it and you can measure it. This measuring thing, I'll make another video about it, how incredibly misleading that can be. I'm very much for measuring. I'm a mechanical machinery engineer. I'm very much for measuring. I live on managing by statistic. And yet, the new generation of internet specialists who will market for you have misled just about every single client by telling them how beautiful they can measure, and thus you will know that it works or doesn't work. And yes, in most cases, the doctor will know that it doesn't work because it simply doesn't work. With me, maybe you don't see exactly from which ad and what everything comes. You will never be able to completely 100% figure that out. I'm not, and there's no reason to. But here's what you will notice, which you won't notice with the other thing where you can measure everything, so to say. And that is, you are going to have more money in your pocket. All right, that's it. And I think I mentioned a little bit the bonus. That is something I will tell you in your 1 hour conversation. It is a bonus which we have sold for the same money we're going to sell you the program as the bonus alone. And it is something totally and 100% nothing to do with your practice, and yet completely hands off. So basically, it has something to do with the most incredible residual income way you will have ever seen. No, not MLM or something like that. Okay, but obviously, not obviously, but yes, it has to do with the internet. All right, so look, give us a call, set yourself away at least an hour, maybe even an hour and 20, 30 minutes, because you will have questions. You will love this session, and because even if you do not, you so to say, sign up, if you're not ready to go with us, you will have learned a bunch of shit, literally. And it will make you more prepared for the next sales presentation you get. And you will be more able to be aware of something else as you run into it. You'll go, interesting. I never looked at it that way. Look at this effect. I don't even know what the name is. Like when you buy a Kirby vacuum cleaner, or a green Bichot or whatever it is you want to buy, all of a sudden everybody has one. And once I make you aware of certain things, you will realize how much of it is used out there, and you'll be able to start using it, whether it is by yourself, because everything I teach you, yes, you can do it by yourself. Obviously, everything we do for you, you can do it by yourself. There's no doubt about it, but I was always able to change oil on my car because I'm a mechanical machinery engineer. Yes, I can change oil on a car. I never even washed this son of a gun of a car because it's just not something I liked. Surely not changing oil, only because I can do it. And on top of it, as a doctor, you need to look at where you make the most money. You know what I mean? And by the way, is the most money really doing the doctoring? Or is the most money managing your practice so that lots of doctors can be making money? That's not a game for everybody, but it's a program we call Absentee Owner Program. And yes, lots of people would love to be in that position where they do doctoring if and when they like it. And by the way, our bonus program, within a year, 2 or 3, will put you in that position more than you can possibly imagine without having any major employee outlays and so to say, what you might call hassle in the practice to expand. Because yes, let's face it, expanding a dental practice or a medical practice, duplicating it, scaling it up, as they say, is not an easy thing to do. In the internet, a whole different ballgame. See you at the other end. Bye-bye.